Hello, let's check and see if yeah, we got audio. Well, I was gonna maybe do what seemed like an easy bug fix, and now I realize it's not an easy bug fix, but we should still be able to do it, hopefully. It's something that's sort of been on my compiler cleanup to-do list for a long time and didn't seem that important. Okay. Okay, well, this is good. We already, okay. Let me tell you what the thing is. If you do this insert into an enum like this, you would expect these come out in the order that they're listed numerically. They don't, though. So when we run this program, F is 1 because we do A and then F and then the insert comes along later. That is not what you want. And I had thought that we had already fixed this a long time ago, but I guess we didn't. And by we, I mean me. But I did do this thing. So the way that we fix this is with this collect statements in order situation. And I guess I had started on this fix, which is maybe why I thought that it was done. So what this does is this gives us all the statements in serial order when it's all type checked and all the inserts are done. But now we're just checking this. And then I don't know what this is about the current thing, right? Include declaration. Yeah. Although this num members total here thing, does anyone else use that? Explain uses it. Maybe? Oh, I see. That's not really necessary. It looks like basically nobody uses this except explain. I'm just going to mark it num members completed. Yeah, this is here. Which we going to move. So we're going to remove this completely already. Boom. 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 Doesn't exist. Boom. Okay, minus 1 line of code. No, minus 4 lines of code. Is the in-order collection used in other places? Yeah, it's basically, so it didn't used to exist in the early days of the compiler. And then at some point I was like, I need to change the way a bunch of things work in order to deal with things like insert and static if and all that. And so I came up with this. And you know, the first place it went into effect was in struct bodies, right? So if you have an insert in a struct body, you need the members of the struct to happen in the order that you declared, right? And so this is conceptually kind of the same thing, right? It's like, oh, you know, um, you know, so yeah. This is a simpler case actually because it's only constant declarations of integers, right? And so I guess I just never did it though. So we're doing it. I'm debating about whether to have a delicious, mildly caffeinated chai latte. But I'm going to drink a sody pop first. Okay, so right now, this is in the type checker, this include declaration in enum. Wherever that is this it? No, that's totally, okay. Let's look for who calls it. It's probably in BLive, or maybe it's just in typer when a declaration gets inferred. Yeah, so it is here. Okay, so there's two things. There's like a bunch of crap here where we say, is it in an enum? If so, do a bunch of things. And we need to find the previous declaration because that's how we know if we're ready to do our declaration. But this is all happening, this has to be this way because it happens in infer. If we move this to size, we know all the declarations past infer already. And we don't need to worry about it, except we do need to do something here. Like I bet included declaration in enum sets the type of the declaration at the end. And so we will need to do this. We will need to do that. So we're gonna block all this in a no check-in because we're gonna want to move a little bit of it later to the same place as where include declaration in enum goes because we're checking to make sure it's an integer here and all this stuff. It's just we're going to move that later and it's going to end up being simpler because we're not going to need, where do we find the previous declaration? Find within enum. Is that literally the only call? That's more code minus minus because that won't be necessary anymore. Yeah. Find within enum, because if we redeclare an identifier, it gets put into overload list. Oh God. Dude, I don't even know what the fuck that's about. We're gonna have to check that separately. Okay. So, code minus minus. Now, like I said, include declaration in enum probably sets the type. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we set the type on the literal, which doesn't exist yet, but we could also set the type on the declaration. Except I don't think we can. Oh, this is difficult because I think people use the type being set as a way of knowing that they can use the value. Maybe not. We can fix that in identifier lookup. We can add yet another complication to identifier lookup and then figure it out later. Okay, check literal fit. All that can happen. where do we set the declaration? There it is. So we just do this early. Hold on. We're going to mark that to be removed. I'm not sure this is a good idea. Maybe all the declarations. Maybe they can stay in the infer pipe. Let's try this. If a declaration is in an enum, it stays in the infer pipe until the enum is collected and sized. Oh, no check-in. Currently, we are separately queuing declarations if they are in an enum. We can stop doing that now, I believe. Okay. I just realized there's annoying shit about this. We can't do it this way necessarily. This whole thing that I was doing. Okay, because what if you do this? A, B, if B is equal to 1, C, D, right? I mean, I realize it's a pretty CD thing to do, but see, you kind of feel like you should be able to do that. Don't you? Don't you? And that means I can't do the strategy that I was just thinking. That actually compiles right now. Right? So we don't want to lose that capability. And if I do this thing that I was saying where we wait until the size pipe to do anything, this doesn't work because we can't evaluate the if. What's my opinion on hot reloading as a software development technique? It's not very good. That's why we don't bother. If I saw Randy's YouTube video yet. Randy of the Redwoods? Let's see Randy's YouTube video.
Randy of the Redwoods, whom this reporter hates, was being stalked today by a mysterious man in a long gray coat. The man pulled a small but powerful handgun out of his pocket. With a cold sneer, the thug leveled the rod at Randy's head and pulled it. No, that isn't what it says. I was reading it wrong. It says, the man put the gun away and gave Randy a quarter and then walked far away. away. That's
To
what
Bolivia.
far away.
To Bolivia.
To Bolivia. It says here. It says to Bolivia. Whoa. Some days it's just safer to stay inside and watch MTV.
To Bolivia. No, I didn't see that video. Randy. Look.
What's going on? Because when I see him, it's at wave at 40 hertz. Base warning.
Okay, that's a weird.
Playing
Is he
two
generating
sounds,
those
just-
sounds? Is he generating those dynamically? I don't know. I mean, we actually provide an audio library, but I don't know why he didn't want to use that one. Maybe he explains it in the video. Yeah, well, cool. Flint sword. Sound player module is a bit too complex. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's meant to be like it is something that we shipped in games. Like it's literally the braid and witness sound code, right? It's actually the witness sound code, I think. And I didn't really write documentation for it. It's actually not that hard to use, really, to do simple things. I just didn't. I should do that. I should do that. But the thing is, it's different. Like something that you're going to use in a shipping quality game is probably a little bit of a different API than like, hey, I'm fucking around and I just want to play some sounds real fast, I guess. But yeah, definitely, you know, it's one of those things where I actually should go through and do a cleanup pass on it even. The thing is, we're not using it for frickin' Sokoban. I would prefer to be using it, but our audio guys wanted to use WWise for user interface reasons. So otherwise, you know, we probably would have done a couple passes on it by now. Anyway, cool. I'm glad. It looks like it was an entertaining video. So that's cool. However, we got to fix this compiler issue. And I think the only thing I'm thinking of is to do the statements in order thing. We also should test macros and enums, which probably don't work right now. See, we don't want it. We want to do the statements in order thing like incrementally as you go down the thing. So this probably doesn't work, and we would like to make it work. Right? Maybe it does. I bet it's out of order. Let's cast all these to be uniform. Yeah. So it's the same as the insert, where it's going 0, 1, 2, and then doing the macro later, which is not what we want. Oh, and D is not even, oh, because we got to do these tanglers. It still didn't work? Okay, well, that's yet another thing that doesn't work. So we have two problems here. So we kind of want, I've been in a bummer mood again today, guys. So this might be a slow programming session. I'm just warning you in advance. I'm not going to be at full speed. It's just, like I said, there's been some stuff lately, and it's okay though, because even in hard times, if you get a little bit of work done, the thing will get done eventually. So yeah. That's what we're doing tonight, is we're getting the thing done, even though we're sad. We're going to deliver value to the people. By the way, we'll probably ship another beta as soon as this works, which hopefully is not more than a day or two. Don't understand how I'm able to get anything done with everything that's happened. I mean, it's, it's life, man. It's life. It is life. Life is big, and you almost can't say anything about it. And, sometimes these kind of things happen, but then they're part of life, right? And you don't get to pick a subset of life, right? It's like all there. So once you know that, it's not too bad. I, however, have decided I do want some warm milk at least, and with maybe a little bit of chai juice. So I'm going to set that up. Nothing helps more when things are a bummer than having one of the best chai lattes in the world. We even got fresh milk, by the way, so we can test the theory that the milk froths more when it's fresher. We're going to see. We're going to determine scientifically if that's true. to Bolivia. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you for that. Okay, so problem numero uno. Actually, we could be a beta cuck and do the easier problem first. I'm in that mood. I'm in that mood. We're going to do this one first. I'm going to revert the compiler though, because what I was doing will not work. What was this? Yeah, we're not gonna mess with any of that right now. Okay. Roberta Williams is in the building. Let's get to picking that low-hanging fruit. Yeah, I mean, it's that, but also, I mean, like I said, it's a little bit of a bummer day, and this one, unless there's some gnarly surprise, I can just do this one and make it work, and it might even be a 5-minute fix. Whereas the other one, we might not get to tonight, and so it's like let's have a W for sure, and then we'll look at the other one. Then we'll look at the other one. The other one might also not be that hard, but it's a little more structural, and like I said, when I'm low energy like right now, it's structural things. They just seem like a lot more work and a lot more tiring, even if it's just regular programming like we do all the time, right? But it's just a mental thing. So we're going to go for the easy one. We're going to go, I want to set a breakpoint to see what happens and see if I can tell what's wrong. Expansion block. All right, so if macro lambda bound name and strings match, macro lambda bound name macro, right there, we just do that to give us a line with a breakpoint. Oh, it didn't compile for some reason. Our frother's making noises. Strings match. That's an ident. That's why. Bruh. Never underestimate a W. I know. I mean, if you can just do W's, again, you'll eventually get done and have a good result. It's really like... let's just cowabunga this before... This is going to tell us that we're on the right track, and that'll give us a little morale boost. Really, I'm waiting for the chai juice. I want... There we go. Cowabunga. We got it. It's line 26 of the right file. So now when we go in and do the breakpoint, we know it's the right place. Although we could have found out by inspecting the data structures as well. But because Visual Studio is poopy, it is not so easy to expand the data to do the data structures. How is the focus editor situation? I mean, it seems promising. I'm just waiting a little bit before trying it again. because I've just got a lot to do, but I certainly will try it again in a little while. Frothnado, dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. Okay. So, I mean, I assume before we step into it, I mean, I can expect that the things are probably added to the right scope. It's just that we don't call include declaration in enum when we add them for some reason. Like, okay, when we expand a macro, maybe we just don't set belongs to enum. I don't know. Let me just start thinking about this theory. Like, because this is a thing that we set, and I know that we check that because we were just looking at the code. Belongs to enum equals. That's in. Wait, that's on the scope. Right. Okay, so. Oh. You know, the scope for these is going to be set to the macro expansion block. But this works for struts. Okay. So, yeah, my suspicion is that we set belongs to lambda. Oh, no, nope, nope. I was going to say that we don't do this, and that's the bug, but we do this. We do this. That's not the bug. I thought I was going to have an easy clap right there. Okay. So let's just see. Target scope belongs to enum. That is set, and so it should be properly propagated. Okay. Okay, constants block. No such thing on this one. Okay, so now expansion block has declarations in it. There we go. Pass one is done on the middle. Okay, you know what, guys? It is actually normal frothy. It's not insane frothy like it used to be. And so the question is why? Is it the weather? Is it like the temperature in the apartment when we froth? Is it my mood when I push the froth button? Like what? What controls? The altitude? No, because I've been doing it in the same place, and the city where I've been living has not changed altitude lately. Okay, so we have no members, that's fine. And then statements. Dot data. Okay. So what I could do next is I could go infer types of this. Now, since we're working on this one, let's undo this one. Okay, so when we infer for this declaration, okay, conditions. Oh, you know what it is? I already know what the bug is, guys. The bug is we're probably fucking hitting this. Because the way macros work... Wait, no? Does that one never get inferred? Okay, so I need to delete these old cowabungas that have nothing to do with anything. They're polluting my cowabunga space. Okay, so let's go back to this one. Dude, this laptop has bugs. All right. Best chai latte in the world. Best chai latte in the world, and we're making it a double. Okay. Did I check the frother's stamina bar? Bro, it's so good. Okay, so here we are expanding the macro again. I don't know if I pasted the wrong number or if we literally never... Maybe we never queue this guy. Okay. So we go up to here again. I'm going to step into the B Live. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Interesting, that's a different number. Maybe I put the wrong number in before. Maybe it just came out different. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, that was up here. Don't register scope modified declarations, but this loop is also doing other stuff, bro. This loop is calling common go lives. So, okay, this is one of these things where maybe it was correct and then we added more to the loop. Or maybe I was cross-eyed and thought this was the end of the loop body. Either way, we want this. Okay, 729. No, of B live. We're just going to do this bagger. Now there's quite a possibility that this might cause other problems because that's just how this compiler is. D, it still didn't work. Why? All right, let's just see if we broke something else now. Real probability of that. Yum, 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 yum. I tell you what, this certainly has put me in a 5% better mood. Okay, so it's a little weird that this didn't do anything, but we'll just run it back. We'll see what happens now. Sometimes things are overdetermined. Wait. Well, it's fine. Okay, so again, we got to find this part way down here? Question mark. Dude, where is it? It's the start. I'm looking for the start copy. Oh, there it is. Okay. Run to cursor. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Make scope be live. I could just, oh shit. All right, we're just gonna do this. I stepped once too far. And the things happened. The things happened. Should that get updated? Stop bothering me. Jesus. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing when people are waiting for are looking forward to the release of something that you've made. But yeah. How on earth do you keep track of thousands of lines of code? I mean, thousands of lines of code is a very small program. You're off by 2 orders of magnitude. So maybe I should have put this breakpoint in here. It would have been closer to the target, but whatever. Okay. So now we actually set in closing scope. We call common go lives, which calls declaration has gone live, which is what I wanted. We queue it. Okay, so we probably were not in fact queuing it before. So now we can go back to the did I delete the break? Oh no, that one's still there. Look at all these breakpoints. I need to just destroy. So if I hit F5, we should hit that. Yes, we do now. Okay, this wasn't happening before. Ast enum. Okay. New literal, set inferred type. Set the substitution. Include declaration in enum. Oh, but we didn't bind the name. So, okay, here's the thing. The enum now has the value, but literally this thing I did in BLive doesn't bind the name. Okay, so I'm going to do this thing where I do a mildly messy solution. We verify that this solves the problem, and then we'll try to improve on it by figuring out exactly what's going on. Dude, this laptop. Still doesn't work. Still doesn't work. What is happening? Okay. See, isn't it good that we picked the easy one because it's taking a while? So skip should stay false. Oh, entries file scope. Well, okay, well. I mean, we are literally adding it to the scope. Literally right here. Okay. That's confusing. Also, because that didn't solve the problem, maybe it's not necessary anyway. Where the hell are we now? Oh, we're way out here. Oops. Okay. Um, so this is the enum declaration, but this part doesn't even really matter. I mean, it needs to happen, but that doesn't control the name lookup. That's just the value. And then we get here, and it's not a member. Defin enum pointer members scope members 3. Is that right? No. Okay, that's weird. So whatever scope we inserted these in is not the right one. So let's take a look at that. What is the target scope and why is it wrong? If that is in fact what happened. I almost want to make another chai, but I'm not gonna, because we got discipline. We got discipline. So we fast forward. Here we go. Target scope. Target scope. And then target scope belongs to enum scope. Are these the same or are they different? They are different. Okay, well, that's the problem. Our target scope ain't the right place. Is target scope just the expansion block here? Yeah, we passed macro block. Oh, because... Okay, hold on. I remember why now. Okay, okay. Because we handle the backtick separately. Import scope modified declaration is the thing that does this. Import backticked, right? See that? Which means backtick target scope is probably wrong, or this isn't happening. Wait, import scope modified. Wait, what? What? Added maybe link. So this is in the infer for the declaration. Okay. I think the problem is in this enum code, which is in here somewhere. I think we're past it maybe. I think we return in the enum handling. Yes. That, okay, I believe in miracles. So here, we're going to no check in this. Actually, we're just going to move this upward. We're going to put this back. And see, the problem is we might be doing this too early, but maybe not. Maybe not. Well, would you look at that? Baz.d is 6. Baz.d is 6. We'll see if we broke something. Puzzle Pets, hell yeah. Puzzle Pets by Ubisoft. I don't know what the gameplay of Puzzle Pets would be. Well, let's try the Sokoban game. Basically Tetris except with pets. So is it like the Edmund McMillan version where like the dog only has 3 legs, so it's got 3 little notches sticking out from the piece? Now the problem with this is it's also not totally gonna, like, you kind of want to be able to say backtick C semicolon. I'm not sure that's gonna work. What is going on with chat today? There's like a lot of randos in chat today, which is not, no offense, but it's unusual. Maybe people are getting back on Twitch. Does this fix the infinite loop that happens when stuff in the macro does not have values assigned? Probably not. I don't know. Has someone reported that one? I don't remember it. Why are you being subjected to ads? I cannot control ads. I can run my own ads, which I literally have never done in the history of the channel, except for your boy Cody and Face Goo My Crapama. But like, Twitch will send you its own ads that are out of my control. I am a billionaire. I am not a billionaire. Notch is a billionaire. Ask him to start his own YouTube. All right, you know what? Hey, look, the game works, by the way. I mean, there's always a chance that this will fix it, but I doubt it. Okay, so now the thing here is, I don't think it'll let me do this. Oh, it does. Wait, no, infinite loop. You don't have to send an email about it. We have a repro right here. All right. So let's try to fix this. let's see. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to delete some breakpoints because, oh my God, there's so many. You know what? Gone, gone, gone. All of them are gone. Go. So we're going to wait a few seconds. Just let it spin for a while. And then we see where we are. Debug, break all. Flatten. Okay. Really? Do we keep queuing new shit? Okay. We'll just step through it. So we're flattening this statement. It is a statement of just an identifier that doesn't cause us to push anything. Okay, so now we're going to infer, well, wait, are we just spinning on this one ident? We're not calling finish. Are we? No, that's just a return. Hold on. So this says, don't try to resolve this. So we're not doing any of this stuff. Maybe it's the start. Yeah, we need to, okay. This is the infinite loop right here. Interesting. So we start the ident. I don't know, all this other stuff seems like, I feel like this code is just really old. Okay, now we are no longer infinite looping. We are returning from that, and then ident resolution is complaining. Probably because we were, so this code is so old, it is for a whole situation that hasn't been the case in like a year and a half. All right, let's look at this assert. Okay, we didn't set enclosing scope at infer, but we shouldn't be doing any of this anyway. How did we get down there? Oh, this must be the other guy resolving to D. So D never... See, here's the dealio. The thing that desugars the single identifiers right now is, I believe, in the parser, I think. Parse block. No, maybe not. Right. Okay, it used to be. I said was. So somewhere now, there's a thing that promotes individual identifiers to declarations if it's inside an enum. I don't know where that is because there's a lot of code, but we could find out. We could find out. By doing the following thing. Oh, actually, we already could. Okay, this has a lot of unrelated things now. We're just going to copy that whole program over. We're just going to do this, okay? And just this. And in fact, we're not even going to do, well, okay. I'm going to go to include declaration in enum. This is how you deal with not remembering where things happen in your program. We're going to look for a declaration on line 2 of some file, which hopefully is only this file. We're going to run there. We're going to go decl identifier to check who it is. It's A. Sure seems right. Okay, so now where did this get created? Because the input was an identifier, and so now we have a special facility to know when things were created. This is how we track stuff. All right, so now here we go. Where was this created? Parsing a block. Oh. Ah, it does happen in the parser. Okay, so this is what's going on now, is like when that macro expands into the enum block, it doesn't do this. This functionality just simply isn't there. So I guess we just add it. Okay. If the target belongs to an enum, oh no, this is the members. Oh, that's the constants block. Okay, yeah. No. This is arguments block. Okay, here, we're just going to do a little pass here. After we do the copying. For any single identifier statements inside expansion block, make declarations and insert them only if the identifier is backticked exclamation point. All right, so we're going to get rid of this cowabunga because we don't need that anymore, but we're going to do it here. Okay, hold on. too many things. We're going to delete this. That's not needed anymore. Here, for expansion block arrow statements, scope.statements, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. For reasons, because we're going to poke it back in. We're going to Pokemon. If statement type is not equal to ast ident continue, auto ident is static cast ast ident statement. If num backticks continue. Now we're doing cowabunga oriented programming. We're not going to try to solve the problem yet. Right. We're not going to try to solve the problem yet. We're just identifying that our detection is correct. There we go. Wait. That's not... Why did we cowabunga there? Hold on. Oh, because I said macro lambda. I wanted ident. But that's good, because we identified it, and then we even got a better outcome for some reason. We didn't crash. I don't know why not, but there we go. Cowabunga oriented programming. Okay. Now that we have cowabunga'd, what do we do? Actually, we'll keep that. I'm going to copy pasta these few lines. And then we're going to shove it. Boom. Still didn't work though. Why not? I mean, I guess I have to see. Maybe it's going into the wrong scope now. Yep, we could break at the cowabunga and just see what happens. We should also do that. Well, let's do that. Okay. Okay. Wow, I'm gonna want to go to bed soon. But I want to solve this first. I want to solve this first. Okay. We got this decal. We make the scope be live. Okay, so statements should have at least two. Yeah, two, two, two. So this is first one is going to be not the one we care about. This is C, right? So if you remember the program, C just has a thing. So we want to go to D. Now it's D. It goes into entries file scope. This whole part there, I think we're going to remove this anyway, but I don't know about that one, but okay. I feel like target scope must be wrong again, but it wasn't. Okay, for entries file scope, target scope. Okay. So this is going into the wrong, didn't we look at this before? Oh, no, right. This isn't, right. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Let's just get rid of this. We're just going to clean this up. Still same result. Okay. So the deal is the go live there isn't supposed to do it. We're supposed to do, what's it called? Import backticked declaration. When did that happen again? We were just looking at this. Here's, okay, wait. It's like the infer for the declaration. Like here. Which literally never happens. Okay. Okay. Oh. I feel like there might be a weird race here now. Do you see how hard this compiler is to make, guys? It's like a lot harder than just a C compiler. Almost every bug that we ever deal with has to do with out of order compilation, and this one is no exception. The reason all this is super hard is because we can't just go down the list of stuff and compile. That's it. That's the only reason. It's the only reason. Okay. It looks too hard. It is pretty hard. That said, we have developed methods of dealing with things in this compiler to make it easier. It is still hard though. I mean, this isn't a race in the sense of a multi-threaded race. It's really hot in here. Let me open a window. But it is a race more in the sense of like, there's independent things happening that all need to happen that are loosely coupled, and like, maybe it thinks it's done and some of them aren't happening. Like remember, okay, so again, there's two separate things that happen. There's the call to include declaration in enum, which sort of like allocates the value in the enum space, right? But then there's the add to scope. Okay, now I'm confused because like I had a theory. Okay, if I have a theory, I have a thing to check. So this error that we're getting, that it's not a member, right? Who knows if it happens there? It's probably not. Probably happens here. So maybe when this occurs, so first of all, let's check the members. It should be yeah, it's got 3. It's got A, B, and F. Because these guys haven't been inserted, but the macro did fire, right? Do we have a cowabunga? We do. So I think what happened is these declarations of C and D, they're just like chilling. We're allowing ourselves to look stuff up in the enum because right. Okay, we're allowing ourselves to look stuff up in the enum because all inserters are cleared. The macro counts as an inserter, all right? We just executed the macro and inserted the lines, but adding them to the scope happens way later. It happens when they infer. So there's a time, like I said, it's not like a multi-threaded race, but it is a race in the sense that there's a time period between when the macro is done, when we think everything's okay, and then later when the names get inserted. So really, I'm not sure what's the best way to deal with this. I could add each of these individually as inserters. That would be a horrible hack. That also would be expensive in cases where there's a lot of them. I could have, you know that whole skip thing that I tried to put in and then I commented it out? The problem with that is that when we call that the target scope is just the macro extension, right? That part of the code is not really supposed to deal with insertions. Okay, so really what we should do is in the outer scope. Here's what I'm going to do. Again, I'm going to do a slightly more complicated solution, and then maybe I'm going to go to bed, and in the morning I'm going to see if I can simplify it. We're going to leave the thing that currently does the insertion on backticks. But we're going to add an override flag to say, hey, we already did this from the macro. All right. And that override flag is the gross hack part. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is big leagues programming for macho men. All right. Do we have enough declaration flag? Let's use a scope entry flag anyway, because that's what it is. Entry backtick already handled. Okay, now when we do this thing in typer, not this thing, that's the thing we actually want. Okay. Wait. That's the wrong one. Where? It was down at the bottom of this, right? Oh no, because then we moved it? We moved it to right before the ast enum. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, so we only do that if that flag's not set. And then here in our loop that we did here, we'll do this, but we'll also do this. We're going to set this flag here. We're also going to set it here And we're going to call um, what's importer in this case? It's going to be the call, right? I don't know about that part. Okay, so I don't even know if we have outer. This is a big function. No. Okay, autodecl is static. Cast as declaration statement. All right. So if it already was a declaration, only if it's backticked. Dude, there's just a little too much code for this stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Bruh. Declaration is backticked but is not inside a macro. Okay, so we probably need to set entry linked by hygienic macro. Probably. Or something like that. So we definitely link them. We link them into the enum. It's doing the same complaint for both, so I just, you know. Okay, so here we explicitly make a link. You know, the place, I decided to do this by adding the hack flag there, but the place where I'm doing that, I'm just realizing it's also the wrong place to do it. But again, it's late, we're tired, we just want to fix this bug for now. I can check that in, take the W, and then do the cleaner thing later. But because I'm doing it this way, maybe this is helping cause this subsequent problem. Declaration is backtick, but is not. Let's just see. Not inside a macro. Who says this? Import backtick declaration. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, people. Okay, here's our thing. Okay. Okay, this declaration is backticked but is not inside a macro. Well, we got there from here. It is inside a macro. Target scope is find backtick target scope. I think we have to have actually set. See, I think we already. Okay, my suspicion is we set this up later, and so we're trying to do this too early. Like we set up some record. I think it's just literally a pointer on the scope pointer. So I think we're just now that we're doing this insertion earlier, it's now happening before that scope pointer gets stuffed. It should be trivial to change. Let's just step in, find backtick target scope. Yeah, it's not set. I bet you we set it later. Backtick target scope. No biggie, hopefully. Also, we got queued, which is the same as outer here, so simplify that. Simplify that. Cowabunga. Okay. We'll take a look at that. We're only getting this for D. Why are we getting it for D? Because we didn't do this. Wow, someone's setting a lot of things. Actually, right? Or was it called macro block? I don't know. Someone was calling it expansion block. I don't remember. Anyway. Anyway. Okay, well, now find within enum. So we're inferring the declaration. Dude, these guys are setting off hella fireworks outside. Okay. I thought we were going to be done right there. It goes one step further. Is it July 4th in Colorado already? I mean, we are in a different time zone. It is true. So where are we here? We're inferring the declaration. What does find within enum do? Oh, it's this thing. It looks through the members. But we should have... So it's claiming, maybe we missed, maybe we set the wrong target block, but that should be the backtick target scope. Let's see. Yo guys, so many fireworks. All right. We actually, backtick target scope. Boom. Belongs to enum. Let's actually, target scope belongs to enum members. Scope dot members. So it's got 3 things in it. Does it get a thing number 4? It does. Okay. How about here? Does it get a thing number 5? It does. So we're going to go to the assertion point. Asked enum scope dot members. Decal. Decal identifier is D. D, okay. It's worth pointing out, this is the synthetic one. So oops. Boom. Decal 572. It's not in the array. It is not in the array. Okay, so D is probably the last one. D. Okay, and then this one is also D, right? Why we got 2 Ds? So this is the serial of the second one. I bet this is higher than this one, right? Meaning it was, oh, it's literally +1? What? What? Are you kidding me? Okay, well. Here we go. Dude, if that was the opening of Casa Bonita, I would be out there right now. Yelling, dive, asshole. Dive, asshole. Okay. Okay, this decal is the 4-4. I bet this is an import link, right? That's what it is. It's an import link. So there's our trip. Okay. Entry link by hygienic macro. I forgot what the problem even is. What was the problem? Find within enum. Oh. Right, okay. So what we're going to see in the enum is an import link. So we just never had to contend with this case before. All right. Circular dependencies. Bro, we're so close. We're so close. All right. Well, we know what the serial number is, probably. A little too late for circular dependencies, yes, but this is not a real circular dependency. Wait, why is this a different S? Oh, because it's not that one, it's this one. All right, so we're looking for this. Are you looking for this? Close. Okay. This is the guy who we just said has circular dependencies, and it probably just means that it's not getting out of this function alive. So we're going to find within enum this declaration. Oh, I wonder. Here we go. We found it. But the thing is, that declaration is not actually in there. Previous decal is C. C did not get included in the enum. So we're just sitting here. We can't have our value till previous decal does, but it's not queued. Oh, is it an import link? Import link. Okay, we need to handle it here too. Let's put this here. Get final declaration is another way of saying follow the import links. Wow, that took more hairy than I wanted it to. But there we go. We fixed 2 bugs, guys. Fixed infinite looping when a macro was inserting an identifier style declaration into an enum. Easy clap. 2 bugs down. Yes, we haven't got them all, but this is substantial W. And like I said, this also makes the problem smaller. So the other one that we want to do is just that these things don't end up in order, right? So if we print F, oh no, we did print F, right? So F is 2, which is not good, but all this works, which is good. So we're going to write this out to test regression macro in enum. And just as long as this compiles, that's a huge... See, now I'm in a good mood. This is great. We're going to deliver value to the people and all that stuff. Okay. Backtick already handled. Simplify backtick already handled by doing the backtick insertion in BLive. That's the right place to put it. I'm not going to try to do that tonight, though. Okay, so we added this. We're removing no check-ins. We got to run the tests. So the thing is, I'm in a good mood, but at the same time, so I might have broken some of the other tests, right? This is the tragedy of existence. So we got to run those. Don't leave us with the weirdos. Dude, there were some weirdos in chat tonight. I gotta say. Froth time, we already pre-frothed. We frothed going into this. Froth in, froth out, okay. If you say so, if that's how it works. Look at all these tests. Just imagine all the work that was done to even generate these tests, guys. All right. Sokoban. Boom, everybody. We got the no check-ins, right? Right. Take the W. The double W, because 2 fixes. Fix 2 problems with macros in enums. And honestly, that's enough to deliver value to the people, but I want to do that other one tomorrow and then maybe do the cleanup on this one. But yeah, that's good. We improved. We improved. It's 11 p.m. now almost. And you know what that means. Well, it's probably not quite bedtime, but we streamed. By the way, let's check our YouTube videos because I uploaded some things. I uploaded Invaders Improvements Part 1. That's not a good thumbnail for that. And I uploaded the last programming language beta. Let's, like, how do I set the things? How do I set the things? Just the UI here is ass. Manage videos. Okay, here's one. We don't need to be so detailed. This is just consistent with the other ones. April 2023. Questions and answers for those in the programming language beta. Boom. And then the first Invaders video also went up. Oh, I should have added that to playlist. So there's going to be like 4 of these. I decided to revamp, improve Invaders a bit, part 1 of 4. Something like that. Playlist. Game engine programming, probably. Done. Save. Okay, and then going back. Here. What playlist is this in? Programming language for games. Okay. I didn't realize that it had been, was it really like 6 or 7 weeks between these? Or did I miss uploading one? Because we have December 2022, January 2023, March 4, so this could have been like late January to March 4. And then like end of April. All right. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you all later. Have a good evening.